Well, what is going on, everybody? Tis I, Photo Dave, and it's time for the Toypixx Monday night live stream where we tend to talk about all the figures that went up in the past week that are up for pre-order that are going to look fantastic in front of your lights. Sorry, under your lights and in front of your lens. You'd think I'd be good at this by now. Anywho, yeah, also St. Patrick's Day. It's a good thing. St. Patrick's Day is fun times. Although today I got on my ancestry.com and I looked, and it looks like I am 0% Irish. I thought I was much Irish. Maybe not much, but I thought I had Irish. I'm apparently appropriating a culture right now. Anyway, we've got all this. I wanted to show you one thing that might be of interest to some of you, those of you who've been keeping track, playing along with the home game. That would be, I am up and finally painting red on the walls at the studio. And I gotta tell you, this red is a Behr paint, which you get at Home Depot. I'm sure other places, maybe not, maybe it's a Home Depot exclusive. I don't know. Anyway, it's Behr, and it's called, oh man, I just had it. Oh man. Okay, hold on. Whiplash. It's called Whiplash. So if you need a red paint, Whiplash is what's up. So I took some pictures today. I was letting some of the people know what was going on. Look at that red. That thing's glorious. And it's only going to need 2 coats. And I'll show you how I know that in a sec. But there's basically 2 walls are going to be red. You've got this little sliver wall that's right in front of us here. And then you've got the other wall that's over to the right that I edged. And you can see here in this shot that the wall between the 2 is going to remain white. And I think it's going to be a really cool look. That was my sister's idea. And I'm like, okay, all right, I'll give this a shot. By the way, if anybody saw the St. Patrick's Day parade in Cleveland today, my niece was one of the Irish dancers. So you got that going. So we've got all this. I did 2 edge coats because this stuff dries pretty quickly. Like all this was done today. And then I went in and went nuts. So the reason I know it's going to take 2, some of it didn't coat well on the first time, but I painted it again and it coated beautifully. These aren't huge walls either. You can see the ladder there. So things are going to work out just right for this. I'm going to be able to finish it tomorrow. And frankly, I'm quite excited about it. But I'll just, while I'm sitting here just chatting about this, I guess what I should also do is call up, sorry, you know me, I gotta do the business stuff too. Like the fun stuff was definitely painting the wall because I'll be done with the wall tomorrow, which I'm excited about. But then I also got to bring up this and let everybody know, if you're on the Toypixx Patreon, if you join the Grande tier or higher, Grande is the $5 tier, then you can take pictures and be entered. Like, you just send me all the email stuff. The link is in the video description. You send me the photo that you shot with the theme being spring. And this month, the winner will get a Jada Toys Ultra Street Fighter 2 Cami. So you shoot a picture that makes us think spring, and you send it to toypixx@gmail.com. You get entered into the Patreon contest where people vote. This is not a random drawing because, very frankly, Michigan laws don't allow such things. So yeah, people will vote for this. So it is actually kind of a how good are you sort of contest. So that's what I've got for this. Now I'm going to knock that down. And come on now, there we go. What was that? Was that a come on now? And then I thought I had, let me try something here. Then we'll get up back. No, I lost it, it looks like. All right, well, the red walls are gone. Maybe, oh, wait, nope, here we go. They just weren't open. I wanted to be all fancy on this Green Day. Green Day. Oh, wake me up when September ends. And there you go. We're just going to leave it here because I'm feeling pretty good about getting the red wall pretty much done. Now it's time to see what's going on with the chat. Woo, Mythic Dolphin, what's up? Good to see you on here. Let's see, on 3/17/25 at 8 a.m., Beyithirr and Benegar are at 1,528 units sold, 76%. Benegar now unlocks with Beyithirr, and stretch goals drop by 500. Stretch goals drop by 500 each? I didn't know that. Fire Set, 957 sold, 96%, and Epic Wings, 786 sold, 79% funded. Wow. And we all know how these things go. Like, this thing is going to blow the expectations out of the water because you always get the big jump at the beginning and you get the huge jump at the end. There's still a whole lot of middle to go. And this thing's practically there now. That is insane. Thanks for the info, sir. I appreciate it. Sci-Fi George, greetings and toytations, everyone. Happy St. Patty's Day. Green isn't just for today, but as Mythic Dolphin stated above, Beyithirr and his Emerald Knight Benegar. Also, all of the moolah for, oh no, we have another Sci-Fi George cliffhanger. What do we got? All the money for him. This weekend, Saturday, March 22nd, from 10 to 5 p.m. in MuskeCon in Muskegon, Michigan. A representative from Four Horsemen will be there, as well as limited quantities of their legendary barbarian, aka monkeys are funny. I don't know. Let's see here. I always like saying monkeys are funny because they are. Let's see, Conan, aka He-Man, aka Random Guy. MuskeCon started around 2016, I believe. I just heard about it a few days ago, so my reaction matched yours on Brick Something's live stream yesterday, Dave. I'm usually... Yeah, I was totally thrown that there was a convention coming up here at NovaCon and YumaCon. It's a 2-hour, 47-minute drive for me, but I gotta go. Plus, only $10 at the door. Not sure on parking, though. I need to see the dragon in person and ask questions. Plus, I don't think the dragon's going to be there. I would love to see the dragon, but I think what they said is they're saving that for whatever the next weekend. Not this coming, but the following weekend in Atlanta. But if anybody knows, let me know. Sci-Fi, some mythic merch, of course. Now, back to you, Dave. Sci-Fi George, I appreciate it, man. And hey, you know what I look like. Look for me when you're there, because I too am going to MuskeCon, which is probably, I was thinking about it. I said the first convention I've been to in well over a decade. It's possible this is the first one I've been to in about 20 years. So it's going to be quite the shock. But when I saw that $10 price tag, I thought, okay, I can do it. And I know Muskegon isn't insanely huge, so I can't imagine they're going to be charging tons for parking, but we'll see. I will be there Saturday, so hopefully we find each other. Let's see. Hola, Mr. Spencer. What is going on, sir? Oh boy, Mythic Dolphin still knows the things. Wreck ship. Uh-oh. Ahoy, everyone. I'm loving the Mofex Daredevil figure, and I'm having fun with a full assortment of Delta 17 figures, too. I mean, I don't know anything about the Delta 17 figures, but that Daredevil, amazing, sir. I'm glad you were able to get him. He's awesome. Let's see, Skew Raider, top of the morning, Dave. It's a classic thumbnail to fire to all the chat. Yup, happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I'll give you a little story about that thumbnail, or the way I was dressed in that thumbnail a little later. It was, let's just say I won. Spaded won. After your Lucky Charms, Dave. Ooh, the people at the bar I was at that year didn't win, though. I took some Lucky Charms to there, and they were cleaning it up for like many weeks. Mythic Dolphin, Sci-Fi George. Beyithirr is not scheduled to be at MuskeCon, to my understanding. Jeremy Gerard did confirm that there are plans to bring Beyithirr to Toylanta 1 week from, yep, Friday, Saturday. That's what I took from it as well, Mythic Dolphin. Thank you. I appreciate it. But that doesn't mean I'm not stopping. Let's see. We are experiencing technological differences. What? Let's see. Hello, Ghost Tab. What's up, man? Everybody is Irish on St. Patrick's Day. I know, but I thought I was way more Irish. Even the bartenders that I used to go to this Irish bar quite a bit, and because of what I drank, they're like, "Of course you're Irish. Why wouldn't you think you were Irish?" Anyway, Dave is lit with a pot of gold. I wish I had something in here other, like some Guinness would be good. By the way, never go into an Irish bar, an actual Irish bar, and order green beer. They might kick you out. This is water, I believe, is what it's called. But cheers with whatever you've all got. Let us know what you're drinking in the comments because, hey, it is St. Patrick's Day after all. Rexship, I am very Irish with a bit of British and a little further back, a dash of Nordic, as it turns out. Oh, nice. See, when I was looking at it, I was like 76% English. And then I looked at the other stuff, got some German, some French, Scottish. But yeah, like the Irish on the map, it's just not there. It's insane. But God love the Nordic. Let's see. There is good stuff. It is amazing because the white paint I used in there, it took me like 3 coats, and that's after priming. So I expected this to take forever. But the white paint is bare too, but it's pure white, which is what I really wanted. So I'm pretty happy with how it's looking right now. Do you use interior paint or primer plus exterior? Cheaper. You know what, Ghost App? I couldn't tell you. It was I just went in, I looked, I wore, the red shirts that you guys see me in sometimes on the live stream. I wore a red shirt. I walked in, I looked at the swatches, and I found the color closest to the red shirt and said, "I need that in satin, please." And that was that. I'll get a picture of the can. Maybe there's a picture of the can hiding out in there somewhere. I'll let you know if I see one. Woo! Okay. Skew festive. Toypixx is the best. Skew, I appreciate it, man. This was this was a good this was good times. This is good times. What's up, Star? Good to see you, man. I assume you've seen the Fei Long and the Guile that have gone up recently, or that they've talked about from Jada recently. Let's see, your landlord is going to hate you. That's hard to paint over. Oh, you should see what it was before Ray. And the landlord was actually cool with it. They're like, oh, yeah, a couple accent walls, you're fine. What it was before I did this, and a lot of these guys saw the pictures before. I don't know if I've still got them on the computer. The walls were all like this ugly yellow and like I think the only way I could think of to describe it is a smoky orange. Like it looked like a McDonald's corporate headquarters somehow. So I think I'm safe. If they were going to go after anybody, it would have been those guys. Let's see. Hey, David, chat. Oh, Ray, man, now it's jumping all over the place. Or did I jump? Oh, anyway, what's up? Star Edge Runners have officially arrived at BBTS. Let the celebration begin. Very nice, Star. Congratulations, man. I got to pick up one of those. I got to pick up both of those. What am I talking about? I need the Jada Army. Skew, the green Kool-Aid is on point. Yep. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Skew. I appreciate it. Let's see, what do we got? What do we got? Did you play Karate Kid music and paint Miyagi-Do style? I did not. I painted roller style after I did the edging. It was like, oh, there will be no holding two rollers in my hand or anything crazy. I can barely roll with one. Chillin', man. How are ya? It's a good night for chillin', gang. Hope everybody's relaxed. Hope everybody's having some fun. Hope everybody's just enjoying the night. Struggling to contain my euphoria at the BBTS notification. Oh, my credit card companies love me. Oh, oh, poor Star. Oh my gosh, must push buttons. Mythic Dolphin Beyithirr is huge. He travels by vehicle, not human planes. I saw him at LegionsCon 2023. Four Horsemen are located in New Jersey. Joe Vesapolo was Beyithirr's designated driver to past events. Oh man. You know what? How much mead do you think something like Beyithirr drinks on St. Patrick's Day? Whew. That thing's a mess. Skew red walls. I should not sing, and yet I do almost every time. Star, multiples of David and Lucy with Maine and Rebecca on the horizon. Are those up for pre-order yet, Star? I haven't seen them go up for pre-order, but I'm definitely curious. I've been looking out. Oh, I got to check my email. Oh, so Ray might have jumped in on them too, huh? Very nice. I'm going to print mine out and have it framed. Star, I am so stoked for you, man. I know you've been waiting for those edge runners for so long. See, if you all hear the screams of some woman coming out of the south here pretty soon, this will just be my wife when she sees the volume of edge runners when they arrive on our doorstep. I hope you have like shatterproof glass, Star. Just, if she's going to yell that loud, you want to make sure that you're not having to, you already bought a bunch of edge runners. You don't want to have to pay for new windows. Mythic Dolphin Toypixx. I am a proud Mythic Legion's mom who has been purchasing Four Horsemen figures since 2013. Mythic Dolphin, I am so sorry. I went and I called you he, didn't I? My apologies, but that is awesome. I'm kind of, as Brick said last night, this chat here sits down and tries to get me into all this stuff. And they've been talking mythics to me quite a bit, and a whole lot of Conan stuff and all this. So I might have had something on pre-order that should be arriving at some point this week that's a little mythical. I'm pretty excited about that, and hopefully I keep going with the line. I'm very curious about Beyithirr. Spaded One, got my Mofex John Wick Chapter 3 the other day and haven't been able to put him down. Best guy in suit line ever. John Wick, see, that's just what happens with you, though, Spaded One. You load up on Mofex, and whatever the suit is, it's game over, man. Awesome. Y'all are going to MuskeCon. Oh, yeah. Yep. First time for me. Do you guys remember Wizard World? I think Wizard World, it was either Wizard World or one of the Motor City Comic-Cons from way back when. So it was either Wizard World Chicago or Motor City Comic-Con way back when was the last time I went to an actual convention. So this is going to be fun. Drinking the hard stuff, cherry Coke. Neat. Nice, John. Nice. That would be something I would like to enjoy this fine evening, but I thought, no, I have to sleep eventually. Star said, but after crunching numbers for future edge runners and deluxe TFs on the way, it looks like I'm going to have to drop my SHF Lord of the Rings pre-orders. Well, no one ever said life would be easy. Man, isn't collecting a pain like that? We constantly look at this stuff and we're just going, oh no, what do we do now? What's next? How do we do this? Correction, I saw Beyithirr at LegionsCon 2024 where he was revealed. Sorry for the year typo. Mythic Dolphin, if you're around long enough, you're going to discover I make a whole lot of typos with my mouth. So you guys, anybody that makes a typo, you guys are fine. Sometimes I even catch them. Hello, Paul. Good to see you, man. I appreciate you stopping by. See, then I'll get through a few more of these. I'll let you know what's going on in that thumbnail, just a quick little story. And then we'll start going through and finding the stuff you guys think we should talk about. So start firing off your suggestions in the comments. Yellow and smoky orange. That's a lot better, Dave. I appreciate it, Skew. I think it looks a lot better. Now I gotta tell the people to stop telling me to paint this door here. I gotta tell them to stop having me or stop asking me to paint it a different color than white. I just want the two red walls, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know if I'll win. Hello, wall. Hello, hello. Hello, Harry. Skew dragons with designated drivers are masters of safety. This is true. You know what? I think we just came up with a lore for Sir Benegar. Sir Benegar is simply the designated driver. Like he's just the good guy for Beyithirr. So he just drives the horse carriage or whatever, and then there's just this massive carriage behind him for when Beyithirr goes on his little, binges. And that's why people haven't seen him for a long time. What happens is Benegar gets him in the carriage after Beyithirr has just gone up and loaded, like just drank up a whole moat full of mead, and then walks away, like drives him away so they can hide in the woods somewhere so Beyithirr can recover. And Beyithirr drinks so much, it literally takes him years to recover. So I think we just came up with Sir Benegar's official backstory. Let's see, Maine and Rebecca not up yet. Sniff, but soon. Oh, it'll happen. It'll happen, Star. I have full faith in what Jada's got going on. Let's see. Hi, Dave. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Bully, thank you, man. Thanks for showing up. Good to see you. It's been a bit, and I really got to hang out with you guys again sometime soon. Star, shatterproof glass. Good idea. And if I'm not careful, a good attorney. Now, I'm assuming you're not saying that because if the glass breaks, somebody could cut themselves on it. Miss Cogsmith, happy lean, mean, green day. You too, Miss Cogsmith. Good to see you. Harry, Pete from the Y Wife is going to kill me, guys. Puts the MuskeCon on. Oh, okay. I'll have to look that. I'll have to look them up. I don't think like I heard about them. They were mentioned on Brick's podcast or Brick's live stream, and I didn't look them up after. New line from BBTS Workshop beguns. My nickname for him. 112 Big Dude line. Let's see. Thanos Hulk sized behemoth line. Oh, biggins. Got it. Got it, Skew. I'll see if we can. We'll definitely see about finding those guys. Beyithirr will fit on the bookcase headboard at least 12 inches deep, 72 inches long, with 3 to 3.5 feet free above it. Pre-ordered Beyithirr, Sir Benegar, and Fiery Breath set so far. Epic wings are questionable space. Man, Mythic Dolphin, this thing, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. Like I keep thinking I need to jump in, but man, talk about ripping off the band-aid, Like I've only got one thing coming from Mythic Legions right now, and that's really not ripping off the band-aid.
Thinks you should get
it. By the way, just so you all know, MomPix thinks I should get Beyithirr. So you guys are not alone in this. Thanks for showing up yesterday, Dave. Hope you get to make it to Muskegon. Brick, I am going to make it there because I heard about it on your live stream. And man, you show up here all the time. I was geeked to be able to sit there and watch it. I have been slammed the last 2 months. and haven't been able to do hardly anything but the live streams. And so getting to sit down and watch that chat you had, dude, you are a fantastic interviewer. So just so you know, it was a treat for me to sit down and watch that. Rick, Star, cut myself. Please don't give an angry wife any ideas, okay? Oh, I just meant like if she screamed really loud and the glass shattered and like a neighbor's walking on the sidewalk and maybe they cut their foot open on the glass. That's what I was saying. And come on, let's be honest. I talk about Mr. Stabby way too much to not make some kind of cut joke. Mr. Stabby, the angry wallet. Skew Mythic Dragon is epic. Get the mythic hoard of treasure. What? It is a pretty dragon. Nice. Yeah, it's gonna be an awesome setup. All right. Dude, of course, Brick. Skew Beyithirr is a whole collection's worth with random guy slash Conan, a couple, and let's see, done no room for anybody else. See, that's my biggest concern with Beyithirr. Even if I get him, there's four more pillars that need to be purchased. Are each pillar like is each pillar gonna cost $1,000? That's where I'm scared because I know me, right? Like jumping in on one line with one crazy crowd fund, okay, I could see doing that. But jumping in a line where into a line where suddenly there's five crazy crowd funds, hopefully they just get spread out a little. Maybe that's what I need to hope for. All right, let's get one more with Brick here. I'll tell you the story about what's going on in the thumbnail. I wish my mom would say "Buy the dragon." I saw you, dude. Brick, I have to say, one place I don't know that I would ever put the dragon is in the classroom. I saw you kind of thinking about that. Oh man, I mean, it would be awesome. The kids would love it though. Like that would be sweet. So I don't know. Like if I'm a kid and I walk into a classroom and there's this giant dragon in there, I would be going, okay, this guy's pretty cool. But anyway, okay, let me talk real quick about, I wonder if I've got it saved somewhere. Well, here, let's just do this. We'll stop this. Therefore, you get to just see me chatting. So several years back, I'm kind of shameless, and I used to go to a bar a lot to the point, this Irish bar, to the point where on St. Patrick's Day, where usually you have this big time line of people waiting to get in because Irish bar, St. Patrick's Day, they would actually give me a little card and just say, hey, just show this and we'll let you right in. Or one year they said, hey, just come to the back door. We'll let you in right there, that kind of thing. So I was there a lot. Too much, actually. I do not recommend ever being a regular at a bar. But because I was a regular, I got to know some of the bartenders. And I'm a short dude, guys. I'm talking, what do we got? 5'1" to 5'2", depending on the yardstick. And so the bartender, one of them thought that they would mess with me a little bit. They did not know how shameless I am and said, if you come in dressed in full leprechaun regalia, I will buy all your drinks. And I looked at him and I said, really? He said, yep, I'll buy everything you want to drink that night. So I went out, you saw the thumbnail, you saw what I got, and I showed up to that bar that night ready to go. And he just looks at me, and first the look is shock, like he almost turned pale. And then he just starts laughing, shakes my hand. What do you want? So I got to drink on St. Patrick's Day for free because I am a shameless individual. And when you guys were talking Lucky Charms earlier, I brought an actual pot filled with Lucky Charms, and that pot got knocked over. Like as I'm walking, oddly enough, I'm greeting people. They want to say hi, all that. And as I'm walking along, all these Lucky Charms are spilling all over the bar. And one of the managers probably the next weekend or the next 2 weekends that I saw her was just giving me so much crap because she's like, you know how long that stuff takes to mop up and all that. So it was a good time. But one thing I did learn, there's a guy in Ann Arbor that makes it his thing to be the leprechaun in town. Like that's his thing. So I think he saw me and he was a little threatened. But anyway, I only did it once, so he didn't have anything to worry about. But that's the story of why I dressed up in that leprechaun outfit. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you win a shameless bet. Now, let's get back to the chat. Paul, it was a great stream yesterday, Brick. Yeah, it was fantastic. Star, she doesn't appreciate the sheer majesty of cyberpunk edge runners that I do. I played the opening slaughter scene for her yesterday. It didn't go well. The cops in the beginning were the lucky ones. There are some things people just don't understand there, Star. It's okay. Really, really appreciate that, Paul. Yeah, it was pretty awesome. Miss Cog Smith, broken glass exploding everywhere. Did Stone Cold Steve Austin just show up? Ah, see, that's another one of my blind spots is the whole wrestling thing. Dang it. See, my other half gave the go to back Beyithirr because he will epically dominate the room. Nice. That's awesome. See, I've got my office that I think Beyithirr might end up in if I get him. There's no confirmation here. Just know that you've got MuskeCon on your side. Harry, anyone gonna want to pick up a barbarian? I'm good for the money. I will see what I can do, Harry. Skew Brick. Dragon that has a designated driver. MuskeCon approved. Done deal. I love looking at the pics. He's a beast. And that's what I saw, Skew. When I first saw the dragon, all I could think of is the shadow that his scales, like each individual scale, would cast. I just thought, I'm like, oh man, like truly, I thought of photos first when I saw Beyithirr. Sci-Fi George at Brick Something is Arsenio Hall at the peak of late night when it comes to interviews. Nice. He is Arsenio Hall. Skew, man, dragon in the classroom, Vampirella and the dragon, best teacher ever. I forgot about that. I believe it was just delivered to the school, right, Brick? And you took Vampirella home anyway. Anton, last of the Time Lords is here. Good to see you, Anton. Thanks for stopping in, man. Cool hat. Thank you. I appreciate it. It was the one thing I kept. The rest of that costume was rented. Brick, way to call this bluff. Respect. Thanks, Brick. It was more about the calling his bluff thing, but then it turned out to be pretty good when it came to the Guinness too. And other things. Everybody wants to drink on St. Patrick's Day. Jeremy Girard has said the 5 pillars are not necessarily 5 dragons. No, full repaints. Let's see, no full repaints of Beyithirr. I heard that. Our plan, Beyithirr is essentially a god of mythos. No one rides a god. Beyithirr is not a pet. That's what I'm saying. Beyithirr does need the designated driver, though. So he's not riding him. He's like in the front. Benegar's like in the front. He's got the little carriage with a couple horses. Probably I'd say around that couple of horses is probably like 50 horses because they all have to drag Beyithirr along when Beyithirr's had a little too much at the moat. This is my thinking anyway. Let's see. My first co-host designed part of Lucky Charms cereal. Odd facts. Really, John? That's awesome. That's a good fact, though. Excuse sci-fi brick has the posse jamming with booger nose funk. What? The dragon does the cabbage's patch before being designated driven away. We've done horrible things now to poor Sir Benegar. Dave, you can buy one cost paint or paint with a primer. Let's see, one coat paint or paint with primer nowadays. I did see that, like I saw that option, but I'll be very honest, anytime I've done anything that is like a combination like that, bad things have happened. And I don't mean necessarily paint, but like way back when with the TV VCR combos, those things never worked well. Whenever you're combining a couple things, so it's in my head that that's just not going to do as well as just priming it and then painting it. I don't know if that's true. That's just what's in my head. Skew Brick is going to get Gilligan off the island. Arsenio coming to America as the Reverend. Dragons are being freed. What do we got? I want to see what the fifth dragon of the underworld looks like. Well, like Mythic Dolphin said, sci-fi, it's not so that Jeremy did say that they're not all going to be dragons. My concern is, okay, but how much is each pillar going to be, even if it's not a dragon? He also said, though, that it'd be silly for them to not reuse the parts. He's absolutely right. So I would guess we've got at least one more dragon in our future, or something that looks very similar to a dragon. He said that they wouldn't just straight up repaint Beyithirr, but that it sounded like they would use parts from Beyithirr for something. See, Beyithirr now comes with Sir Benegar. Look at Store Horseman pre-order page. New photos. Check it out, please. Ooh, will do. That'll be, tell you what, that's the first thing we're going to do. Let's get on there right now. Let's see. Come on now. Store Horseman. Okay, it's all typed in. I'll share the screen and we'll find this. This is just fun at this point. Who needs a format? Beyithirr Dragon pre-order. Okay, what do we have? We've seen these. Okay, let's go to... Oh, wow. All right, let's go through and just look at these photos. Shadavi. We've got our Benegar, designated driver, as we all know. Let's see, Sir Benegar upgrade set. Let's see, unlocked at 2,500. This is totally going to happen, by the way. Like, with what it's doing right now, I know the game that poor Jeremy has to play as the representative from Mythic, as the marketer and all that, but everybody that's paid attention to any of these crowd funds knows that this thing's going to fund. And not only is it going to fund, it's going to destroy. Like it's going to do remarkably well. Okay. Ooh, that looks like it might be a new, maybe not. I'm not sure. Man, that thing it's just a beast. Obviously, it's a dragon. But that head sculpt, just look at that guy. Okay, so we take photos here. Imagine hitting this thing with some hard light. Imagine the shadow that each of those parts just sticking out would cast. Like, you could make that just look absolutely ridiculous if you hit either side of his face with some hard light. If you hit it from the back, if you hit it from the front, like just whatever I was going to say there, that was not leading to a good place. But look at that. That's insane is what that is. And that's what first drew me to it. am not a Mythic Legions collector. Like I said, I have my first one coming this week. My first ever. The people on Patreon will see it. And then hopefully later I'll be able to do an actual video on it for YouTube. But, oh man. Yeah, like this is incredible. I don't even know what to say beyond that. I love this shot. I did see this shot. Like people here, I would be, let's see, the things that we have that probably is closest. I mean, anybody with Black Series, anybody with NECA Movie Turtles. I have some G.I. Joe classified figures. This thing, this is like 2/3 of his leg. Like, that's insane, that barbecue is. Wow. I just wanna sit here and look at pictures if you guys don't mind. Love that shield too. All right, let's go see what's going on in the chat here. Rick, Vampirella will not be on display in the classroom. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, Brick. I was thinking, no, no, that's a bad idea. The dragon would be rad, but I still think that's a bad idea because that's a pricey dragon. How many repaints of that dragon do you guys think will be coming? I can't see them putting that much investment into a one-time mold. Oh, they're definitely not. They're like that Jeremy said last night. They are going to be adding, or they're going to be repainting parts, at least. We won't, this isn't the last time we'll see those parts. Never bet against a nerd. That's fair, Anton. That's fair. And I am actually, like, a lot of people can say they're shameless. I'm near as shameless as you'll meet. So you want to try and take advantage of something like that. All right, as long as I win, I'm good. Brick, oh man, Sci-Fi George, that's a huge compliment. I did pretend to be Arsenio Hall for a school project in 7th grade. Ah, nice. I like it, Brick. Arsenio. Ah. Sci-Fi wearing a saddle might just be Beyithirr's kink. You know what? I don't want to. We can't think like that because everything else is way smaller than Beyithirr. Skew, onward, designated driver. I wary of this con. Poor Sir Benegar. He has been relegated to driver. Spaded one. Speaking of dragons, Savage Dragon. Where are the figures? I want them. Who did Savage Dragon? Why don't I remember who did that? I mean, I know it was Image. Was that Eric Larson? Rick, yeah, they won't repaint that dragon, as you said. They'll reuse parts and pieces to recoup costs of the molds, but Beyithirr will be unique, as will the rest of the pillars. That's what I got out of last night. Anton, that is an awesome dragon. You could ride on him and be his friend. That's true. This thing's a beast, literally. Yeah, dragon, dragon, dragon. Brick, hypothetical example. Imagine them using a different short neck, same tail and legs, but a longer snake-like torso, etc., and no wings. Different beast. See, yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like I kept thinking about the torso part, but what you're throwing out there, that could be totally cool. And that almost sounds like that pillar of the underworld he was talking about. It is going to be fun to see that stuff. But I gotta figure out how to get some more of the stuff from their first story arc, which it sounds like. What's the next line they're doing? Is it called Mythics Infinite or something, where they kind of redo a lot of the older figures? Because I asked that question last night. I know you had a lot of questions to go through, but I think that was part of it. Is that they were redoing? I just don't remember for sure. Star, I wonder if Four Horsemen is going to be doing any huge alien creatures, Beyithirr equivalent for cosmic. Oh, Star. Star, star, star. What else do you want to get rid of? Because that's what's going to happen once Cosmic goes in with the double joints and their massive crowd fund. Your host, Anton Dead Skeleton Warrior, looks pretty cool. Shout out to Ray Harryhausen. Yeah. I really like pretty much any kind of skeleton figure, and I don't have any skeleton figures. And no, the figure coming is not a skeleton figure. Brick, or a creature that uses the back legs and an upright body and new arms to take advantage of parts, but great other unique pillars. Yeah, that's what it sounded like for sure. It didn't sound like he straight up said that these won't necessarily all be dragons. I just wonder, like, they're gonna have to use that torso piece. And I wonder if you get another dragon with just like a different head, maybe a different tail. I don't know. Either way, I don't see me being able to say no if I get Beyithirr because slippery slope. Brick, they revealed on the stream that the four pillars represent the four cardinal directions, right? And that the fifth pillar represents the underworld. So that one will have to be skeletonish or undeadish, etc. Can you imagine? So, Brick, you were talking, you almost made it sound like a snake with legs. Imagine that, and it's a skeleton. That would be ridiculous. Star, what kind of lair do you all think that a dragon like that would have? There is not a lair big enough. I think, like we were talking last time about what kind of dio you would even use that with. You would just have to use a rooftop diorama that sits cleanly on a table or some kind of flat surface because this thing weighs 35 pounds and you probably need it to be plastic, honestly. Like, I'll have Beyithirr hanging out on the Musk is what's going to happen. But other than that, like in real life, because, when dragons were real, they probably just hung out in the woods, maybe under some heavy vegetation. I think of the five pillars as the five protector kaiju of mythos. Rad. That's a good call. Like, oh, now that you said that, every time I hear the word kaiju, my brain goes to Godzilla. What if one of them is a bit more dinosaur like? Like, what if one of those is a big kaiju? Or since you said what you did, Brick, about the underworld one being skeletonish and all that, now every time we come up with what the creature could be, I'll be thinking, yeah, but what if it were that? But a skeleton. Like, imagine a Godzilla, but it's a skeleton. That would be amazing. Spaded one, surprise, California raisin cameo. That's true. I did notice that. I thought that was pretty funny that they threw that in there. Again, best teacher ever. Vampirilla, stay in the box, in the suitcase. Vampirilla at this point is in the safe. No one must see Vampirella. Anton, I'll tell you a sad fact about Arsenio Hall one time. He interviewed the great Jim Henson, and Stephen Crash was there, and let's see, had to kind of pick up the slack. Oh, he had to pick up the slack for Jim Henson. See, Eric Larson. Okay, thank you, Sci-Fi. I don't know why I totally drew a blank on that. Savage Dragon, Eric Larson. You wonder if McFarlane should just do all the image, but then those other people own the rights to those characters, so who knows? Anton, because the great Jim Henson was very sick, and that was one of his last interviews. Oh, that sucks. Oof. Star, I figured that the pillars would be something elemental, a dragon of the sea, dragon of the earth, the air, fire, etc. It could be some kind of. So, how do you get west? Like, how do we correlate the west direct or the direction west with Beyithirr? Like, if we can figure out how that makes sense, maybe that'll help us some. Infinite Legion is next. Although 2.0 and potentially Xylona 2.0 were teased. Okay, thank you, Mythic Dolphin. See, I might. I feel like if I jump in on Beyithirr, suddenly like half my collection has to be Mythic Legions. And that might be very bad. Dragon in the Classroom has me hype. Dragon in the Office, let's go. Yeah, the dragon will be in the office. I have a U of M helmet in my office, University of Michigan, because I like the football. A friend of mine got that for me way back when, but it's just sitting there. I haven't set up the office yet. Somebody was walking by and instantly said, "How much for the helmet?" And suddenly I realized that helmet's going to have to hang out in the alley or not be at the office, because if people are coming in, I don't want people just seeing and potentially five-finger discounting my U of M helmet. See, Anton, do you mean Kevin Clash? Kevin Clash. He was one of Henson's guys, right? Muppets. Anton, red dragons free fire, black dragons breathe acid, blue dragon shoots lightning. See, like some of that would be very cool, but truly, every time somebody comes up with a new kind of creature now, I'm going to be thinking skeleton. Sci-fi, a celestial dragon that breathes black holes or comets. That would be insane. Yeah, Mythic Legion's Legacy of Mythos is the subline that is version 2 of older characters. Infinite Legions is a whole new line that are collabs with other companies, IP. First is O'Neill Designs. Okay. So, thank you, Brick. I appreciate it, man. Oh man, snake-like skeleton. Yes. See, I love the skeletons. And so truly, every time somebody brings up a creature, I'm gonna be thinking, oh. Rick, correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't Japanese culture have different creatures for the four directions? I know Gamera was based on that. I wonder if Four Horsemen will be going that way. Oh, see, I didn't know that, Star. That could be a fascinating thing. Miss Cogsmith, Beyithirr can request we take road trips, and that will be his diorama. That would, man, yeah, be good with that. Telling you guys, I'll let you know where the office is if people want to just come and hang out with Beyithirr. We just get pictures. That cape is caping. Yeah, I feel like I've been on this picture a little bit. Let me, I'm glad you said that. Oh, that cape is still caping. I do love that shield. That shield is wicked. I always look down. I'm always looking for extra hands. But I didn't see extra hands in the, what is it, the Burning Night pick. And then I saw like a behind the scenes shot of him, and it looks like he has tons of extra hands. So I guess I'm not as worried as I would normally be. And is this the same? Yeah, that's pretty close to the same. But yeah, like this is the thing that they were talking about that said, yeah, it's the least exciting thing and all that. I love this thing. If this is the least exciting thing, I'm good with it. Ooh, I love it. I do. I'm sick in the head. I need help. Oh, isn't that pretty? And here we go with some of the old school stuff. 22 inches from foot to the top of the wings, 31 inches from the nose to the bend in the tail. So he can fit on the musk. So I'm good with that. That's highly important to me. Gigantic. Wow. Yeah, so at the head, we're looking at just over 19 inches tall, ladies and gents. Oh my God. That's a big dragon. Then they measured there. Let's see. Oops. I love these shots. Like all the scales all over this thing. I mean, the shadow that can be played off this figure if you use hard light. Like you could take a picture of this foot and make it look amazing. Ooh, two sets of front claws gripping and standing flat. So, how many of your dragons are going to be? How many of you are going to hang your dragons in the air, just gripping some villain? Which, by the way, they also said that the dragons or the pillars are not necessarily the villains, or dragons aren't necessarily the villains. I can't remember which. And 1/6 shooter, man, he does good work. Yeah, I think yeah, I'm not gonna I'm not I'm just gonna look at the pretty pictures. Just look at the pretty pictures, Dave. Rick, give me the four horsemen take on an eldritch horror like a Cthulhu, or a tree spirit, or a mountain or ice monster, or a Yeti behemoth. Man, that would be pretty sweet too. So what would be the north? I wonder if you could get something like a Yeti from the north. Or what else would there be? What else would make sense? Sci-fi. Let's see. I want to hold and diamond studded collar and leash for Beyithirr with Galactus walking him down the street. Dude, you see those dogs that are actually taking those owners for walks? You know, where the owners lean back and the dog's just pulling so hard on the leash is stupid tight and all that. That's what would happen with Beyithirr and Galactus. Galactus would have like the leash, but Beyithirr would be the one taking him for a walk. And I love my Galactus, but this thing's a monster. Skew, Dragon of the designated driver west. All vehicles must venture west. Anton, yes, the fellow that played the baby in Dinosaurs, and of course Elmo. He also had a hand in the He also had a hand in the Great Space Coaster. At the mama. Star, I heard that Gamera, or the tortoise, is the guardian of the north, a tiger of the west, a serpent for the south. That's all I remember. I wonder how much I don't know enough about legions to make an actual educated guess. So I guess I got nothing. I just want to see what's next, I guess. Green dragons breathe poison gas. That's why they survive. See, bring on the crazy skeletons. Yes. That's something I'm not sure I'll be able to avoid a graveyard skeletons pack if I'm at MuskeCon over the weekend and I see them. Sci-fi and my dumb butt thought the fifth pillar represented the equator / balance, since the other four are directions. I wasn't thinking underworld, but I was thinking the sea, because there is a lot of sea surrounding that island on Mythos. But when they said underworld, I'm like, oh, that's way cooler. Let's see. I love Gamera. Rick, Cthulhu from Four Horsemen. Yeah, I'm with you, Skew. That would be amazing. Uncarded. Looks like the Four Horsemen are sweetening the pot. This dragon will be epic. Yeah, I saw that after 4,000, like if it hits 4,000, that there'd be another unlock. This is going to be a heck of a thing, really. Mythic Dolphin, the dragon sigil on Benegar's shield is the new system style. It is removable and attachable to any of the new system form of shields. I've been watching some of Dorklair's reviews of the Necronominus wave, so I saw that, and I'm gonna be spoiled because I'm gonna jump in as Mythics are starting to improve their articulation and make changes like that. I'm not gonna even know the before times. So, but I mean, the fact that they make those improvements as they go for the people that have been in the line for that long, I think that's amazing. I think I have never, I've never not gotten a Mythic Legion because I didn't think the Four Horsemen were great to the fans. I've never not gotten one because they don't look incredible or because they're not sculpted great or painted great, which is, of course, the look. But I've always thought that stuff was amazing. My hang up has been the articulation, and now they're fixing the articulation. So what they have done effectively is remove the big hang up. So now I don't know what to do, especially with my wallet sitting there sharpening his knife. Star, same. Yep. Mythic Eric Treadaway sculpted every single one of Beyithir's scales by hand. Oh my God. They're all unique. Nothing on Beyithirr is symmetrical. Holy crap. That's amazing. Hold on. I want to go back and look at this again. That's incredible. That guy, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and say it. He does good work. Harry, how about this for a picture? HasLab Galactus versus Beyithirr. Ooh. Ooh. See, that would be fun. Hello, Kyrus. What's up, man? You know, the Hiss tank, you can go. So I've got the Hiss tank and I've got Galactus. And those are the big things I've got. I guess Jetfire's kind of a big guy. Oh man, I don't know what to, man, you could put together some crazy shots with that stuff. Miss Cog Smith, I have seen a lot of the crowd-funded big figs like HasLabs and Unicron end up in collectible shops, but this one, I really can't see it being passed off to a secondhand shop because this is a lot more. Yeah. And it's just a lot more room. Like you can put Galactus in a box and have him sit in a corner somewhere. This thing is 3 boxes if you go all in, and they're massive boxes. I don't know. I mean, that would be something that you would have in a warehouse somewhere and just put it on eBay. I don't know what else you would do with that as a secondhand shop. Kyrus, if the dragon was orange, I might have gotten it. Ah, I gotcha. Color preference is key. I really like the look of the green. Perhaps a multi-headed dragon from all the dragons they plan to make in the future. Oh, Star. See, now I'm thinking that's your underworld dragon, but it's all skeleton. So you've got like 5 heads poking off of it, but it's a skeleton thing or whatever the monsters are. Oh, dang it. Seriously, you think of any of these ideas and you just add skeleton and it makes it cooler. Mr. Matson, what's up? Did you see the Player 2 Guile? I did. In fact, let's go see if I can find that. I mean, I loves me my Beyithirr chat, but it's just making me, I don't know. I don't even know what the word is. It's making Mr. Stabby angry. How about we go with that? And for those who aren't really or haven't seen Toypixx before, or checked out the chat, that's my wallet. My wallet's name is Mr. Stabby. It is indeed an angry wallet. Okay, let me see. Who was covering that, Mr. Matson? Was it, I mean, I think pretty much everybody must have talked about it because I kept seeing it show up. but I don't know necessarily like just what page to go to. You know what? I know what page to go to. Hang on, and I am just looking right now. I know you guys aren't privy to what I'm looking at, but you will be. Give me just a minute. Want to find. Da 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 da. Oh, come on now. Come on. You can keep moving. Here we go. All right, folks, here we go. I'm going to pop this open so you can see what's going on here. It just makes me sad that this isn't a green version, although I don't really see Guile in green, except for his player one version. So here's what we've got. We have the player two Guile, which is pretty awesome. From what I understand, this is a Target exclusive, which shocks the crap out of me because he's in blue. But I did see, if in case you guys missed it, Jada announced that their line, or at least Street Fighter, is going to be in Walmart. I don't know if that means all their lines are going to make it there, but they're going to be in Walmart and Target. I have a Walmart fairly close to the house, but the Target is legit next door to my office. So I might be able to check some things out. But yeah, this Guile is crazy good. I think my favorite thing that I've seen from them, though, is Fei Long, because this Guile doesn't have, there's nothing unique here except the paint. And that Fei Long has an extra set of hands, an extra head. He's got the nunchaku. He's awesome. Star, a Tiamat for Mythos. Oh, Jada. Yeah. Sorry, Matt. What I meant was who was talking about it. Ms. Smith, of an investment into something that's a lot more versatile for things like toy photos, but also for just fantasy dragon fans in general. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong at all, Miss Cogsmith. Anybody that wants any kind of dragon, this is the dragon. Are you a Dungeons and Dragons fan? Beyithirr. Are you, let's see, World of Warcraft fan? I don't even know if World of Warcraft has dragons. I'm going to assume yes. Beyithirr. Are you into any kind of like stories from way back? Like one of the reasons that I've been looking at the Necronominus wave quite a bit, like I said, I like skeletons. And when I look at legend, I love the King Arthur legend. So I was looking at the knights too. I'm looking at knights. I'm looking at skeletons. And then Beyithirr shows up and I'm going, oh no. Oh no, what just happened? But because of those things and because of the dragon being what the dragon is, anybody could load up on knights. Anybody, like what Mythic Legions is doing is making figures for every kind of fantasy, anything out there. And it's kind of amazing. Skew, that Guile is fire. It is. It is. Of course, I've stopped on the picture that has him just with all his accessories because that's what I think about. Go me. Skew, Target exclusive Guile. Isn't that crazy though, considering he's in his blue costume after they announced they have a partnership with Walmart? That was really slow going out of my mouth. I'm like, R. Gamera, Guardian of the Universe, represents the fire element. Okay. And Gamera is the turtle, right? Or the tortoise. Ms. Cogsmith, the point I'm getting to, this guy will be painful to miss out on for goofs like me that adore dragons, and including dragons is a lot of my in a lot of my creative works. You're gonna have to, I think Miss Cogsmith, just so you know, I think MomPix would approve of you getting the dragon as well. So yeah, I don't know, but it would be painful. Like, I'm just talking, I mean, like you said, I'm talking mainly from a toy photography point of view. Dragons are always awesome, but this thing is just next level. And it's gonna be incredible for everybody. Skew, very movie-ish colors. Jean-Claude can do his his memed dance. Is there a Jean-Claude figure out there that you can pop that head on, like pop that head off of him and put it on this guile? Sci-fi, I'm hoping to see you at MuskeCon, Dave, and picking up the legendary barbarian and skeleton pack. I don't know how crazy I want to get. We'll see. We'll see what I go nuts for. I did see the review on the legendary barbarian, and I see that the articulation still needs help on that one. So I don't know that I'll pick him up for me. We'll see. We'll see what I do there. Thanos Copter, what's up, man? Thanks for stopping in. Nathaniel, what's going on, man? Sup, all? Glad I don't need a dragon. That thing is massive. Do any of us really need a dragon, Nathaniel? Yes, I would argue we do. I mean, maybe you don't. I'm just saying, oh man, I might need this. It makes me sad. I have to get Galactus one day. Kyrus, that Galactus is sweet. I am. It was one of those. So when I got my first MoffX Batman, it was because I had never seen a Batman that was going to make me happy, like ever. I was like, no, no, I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to get it. And so and I shouldn't say that. The Dark Knight collection, I love that line. But then when figures started getting really articulated, nobody made a great Batman, including DCUC. I was not a big fan of that line. But then the MoffX Batman comes out, and come hell or high water, I was going to get that because it was perfection. That was the same thing with Galactus. There aren't that many figures that do that, but when they do, I'm just like, yep, I got to do it. Got to do it. And he's to this day, he's the only Legends HasLab I've ever backed. Big C Richie, what's up, man? Off topic, why is Target getting a blue Guile exclusive? That's what I'm saying, Big C. I don't know. It totally throws me off when they've announced a partnership with Walmart, like I said earlier. But yeah, I'm completely with you. Anton, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking about Tiamat the dragon. She was the main antagonist in the cartoon of Dungeons and Dragons. That's the thing, Anton. I did not I vaguely remember the character designs from that cartoon, but I didn't get into it. Skew, Big C Richie, I thought the same thing, but it is fire. Blue, but fire. It does seem a little wrong that blue would equal fire. I'm with you, Skew. Mr. Manson, I got the email direct from Jada Next Level. This is terrible. I have not been on my Gmail. I usually get their Next Level. That's how I knew about the Fei Long. So I probably got it. I just didn't look for it. Anton, yes, you heard my thought. Tiamat is the mystic format, would be crazy, or in the mystic format, would be crazy. Sci-fi, imagine Beyithirr flying next to the dragonfly versus Cobra. Cobra's like, retreat. Like Cobra Commander wouldn't even yell at that time. He'd just whisper into his little communicator, Cobra, retreat. Kyrus, they're selling all these Marvel Legends on AliExpress. What? They're selling Marvel Legends on AliExpress too? I mean, I guess it makes sense. Maybe the red one will be at Walmart. That would be kind of awesome. That would be hilarious, Nathaniel. I'd be cracking up if that happened. Walmart's like, oh yeah, we'll see you, your little play. Star, Jada's Fei Long is the best Bruce Lee figure out there. Certainly my favorite. I love their Fei Long. I think that thing's amazing. So yeah, I will definitely be getting that other one. I think I'm about 7 figures from completing my Jada Street Fighter line until Fei Long comes out and Guile, etc. Nathaniel, Jada should have added a flash kick effect for player 2 Guile. I got a feeling that player 2 Guile, I think there's going to be a Guile very soon in our future, as in he might be an SDCC exclusive kind of thing. And who knows what it'll come with then. That pink Chun-Li was amazing for all the stuff she came with to add to the blue Chun-Li. So I hope they do something like that with Guile too. Sci-fi Figura Obscura's Four Horsemen's public domain line. King Arthur is possible. Oh, see. Yeah, that would be really cool. Anton, I guess he's a greeter at Walmart now. He had to retire. He was doing too many Jean-Claude Van Damme splits and he hurt himself. Then he just drank himself into a stupor and spent the next 30 years sad and alone in a chair. Then he had to get his walker up. He had to walk to Walmart and he had to apply. And they felt so bad for him because they knew that he used to be this phenomenal world warrior that they gave him a greeter job. And this is the most important part, they gave him a new comb as well. Star, I don't suppose there's any chance that SHF would do a Smaug to scale. I know he's from The Hobbit, but oh well. At least do a Balrog. It's visually close to a dragon. You know what? I totally forgot about Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit and all that stuff. Like this dragon, to Miss Cogsmith's point, this thing works for everything. Star Thanos! Thanos copter! Whoop, 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 whoop. I've never been good at a helicopter sound effect. It makes me sad. See, I need a dragon to guard my gold hoard. Oh, yeah. See, we both need dragon sci-fi. That's what's going on here, I think. I think we're discovering this. Man, I'm trying to figure out how to get this Target exclusive. Ray, I've got that Target right by my place, but here's the fear is that it never gets enough. Like it's sitting currently on 2 Chun-Li's and an M. Bison. And I've never seen anything like, I guess I shouldn't say that. I did actually find the red Chun-Li at that Target. So there's a possibility that I'll find this Guile there, but that Target's really hit and miss. Skew definitely need that flash kick. Okay, the second release, let's see. Oh, the second release of Hellboy, 1,000 Toys is out, but they're charging $60 more for the same figure. Wow. Yeah, I thought that Hellboy looked sweet, but hearing that, wave off. And I don't have anything from 1,000 Toys yet. What do you guys think? Does anybody have something? Any of those Halo figures? Sci-Fi, CT Toys is doing Gambit, and he'll be the same size as the MuskeCon one. Man, I have the MuskeCon Gambit, and I love that figure. And anybody that wants to go out and get that CT Toys Gambit, I got nothing against you. So if you want to pick that up, I mean, I will say that Gambit is the Gambit that makes me sit back and wonder why any other company would even bother trying to make another 1/12 scale Gambit in comic book style. Like that thing's perfection. Kairos Toypixx, that's too Van Damme long. Poor Guile. Nathaniel, I'm lucky enough to have the MuskeCon Gambit, but I'd get a CT Toys version just for spare parts, assuming they fit. That's probably a good call, Nathaniel, actually, especially if they make them the same size. Ray, yep, exactly. It isn't distributed evenly. Target sucks. This is reminding me of Rain Man now. Yeah, Kmart sucks. And then that reminded me of the character, who was it on the Tick cartoon? Was that Sea Urchin that always did the Rain Man voice? Anton, Hellboy and the Crooked Man is a great movie. I have not seen the movie. 1,000 toys? I have Master Chief. Oh, that's right, John. I forgot about that. And you yourself have said, no, no, don't do that. Don't get that figure unless you can get him stupid cheap. But I've talked about him before. Yep, yep. Oh, yeah. CT Gambit should rock. Yep. Star, do any of you guys buy items from a company you admire just to support them? I've never given Street Fighter or Scooby Doo a second thought, but I'm a Jada fanboy now, so I've been buying away. Star, I am in that exact same boat. I really don't care about any of these properties. Now, I care about Blanca. Blanca is rad. But as properties, Scooby Doo's cool, but it's not that exciting to me. Street Fighter, it's all right, not that exciting. I love these figures. So, yeah, I am exactly where you're at as far as Jade is concerned. I love MothX, but you can't just blindly support them unless you're just making thousands that you can spare quite a bit every year. And then I don't know. I'm honestly scared that the same thing's gonna happen with Legions. So we'll see what happens there. But yes, I'm right there with you. Sci-Fi George, I remember in the 90s Van Damme was drunk and tried to fight his bodyguard. The bodyguard knocked him the hell out. I don't remember that. That's awesome. Sewer urchin, yes. Thank you, John. Star, come on, Jada Space Ghost. Please, 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 please. Yep. I think everyone would go crazy for a Jada Space Ghost, Star. I don't think CT can do proper soft goods for Gambit at that price. We'll see. I'm actually curious about that. I'll be curious to know what everybody reports after getting the figure. Thanos Star, I love a Space Ghost. Yeah, we've talked quite a bit about Hanna-Barbera, what all they could do with Jada, or what all Jada could do with that license. Oh man, sky is the limit, I think, with them. I still have the old Toynami one. Man, I had that figure. I don't know why I got rid of it, but I thought it was fun. Like it had the desk and all that stuff too. It was awesome. Nathaniel, off topic, but NECA made a Vincent Price good pair with the new Scooby figures. I saw that Vincent Price in the store and almost picked it up. That thing's amazing. I kind of want a horror collection, but now I'm looking at Beyithirr, now I'm looking at Legions, now I'm looking at this, that, the other thing. I don't know, man, especially since they're the scale that I don't really get. But man, that Vincent Price is so perfect. Anyway, Skew getting Street Fighter and Scooby Doo 100%. Jada in full effect. We want more Hanna-Barbera and Ruby Spears. I take it all. If Jada's doing it, I want it. Facts. Star Thanos, I really think a Space Ghost could be Jada's crown jewel. Man, there's so many. I think Captain Caveman could do that. Actually, that's not true, but I would love a Jada take on Captain Caveman. All that takes me back when Fox Kids had all those great cartoons, X-Men, Spider-Man, and The Tick, plus Tasmania, Animaniacs, the list goes on and on. I loved Animaniacs. I loved The Tick. It was just so stupid that I thought it was great. And to this day, once in a while, I'll fire off, Spoon! Thanos Space Ghost has a new comic. Ooh, would be great to pair toys with. I didn't know he had a new comic. I need to go. I kind of want to. It's going to be interesting going to this convention. I might pick up some comics too. I don't know what I'm going to do. Herculoids having new comics too. Oh, man. All right, guys, we've talked ad nauseum about Beyithirr, but that dragon deserves it. We talked quite a bit about Guile. What else have we seen recently that we need to call up, that we need to talk about? Tell you what, let me go find, let's see if this is still on screen. Yes, it is, because I'm on paternity. Oh, you know what? I'm on paternity already, and I bet he's got the pictures. I want to go find. Wait, this was something. 112 scale, customizing action. Oh, never mind. I was looking for the big figures you guys were talking about earlier. Wait a second. Alistair Gangrene is watching Dare to Trespass. Available now. Does anybody want to take a peek at Alistair Gangrene on the Mezco Toys website? Let me know. Because I have something else I was going to call up. But if we want to take a detour, that's what's scary is I know I'll get my first Mythic this year. I'll probably get my first AWOC. Probably, well, I told you guys this before. Mom actually backed a Paranoid from Savage Crucible. So I'll end up getting to take a look at that. So I'll have that. I'll have a first Mythic. I'll get an AWOC figure. I still don't have a Mezco figure. What do? I still don't have an amazing Yamaguchi figure. There's going to be a lot of firsts this year, I think. Ray, let's see. Has it been any good? Oh, the comics. Yeah, have they? Let's see. Same thing we do every night, Pinky. I like the argument that Pinky was actually the genius and that Brain was insane. I think that's a good call. The Hercules comic is awesome. Herculoids, I assume. Let's see. Biggins. That's right, Skew. Is that what I passed? Is that what you were talking about earlier? Dynamite is tearing it up right now with comics. They're going to do Captain Planet. I never liked Captain Planet as a premise. I don't know why, but I never got into it. Star, I'm sure Jada wouldn't forget that we need Space Ghost villains as well. They're good with the Scooby-Doo villains, so I'm not worried. I love the parts that they come with where they're unmasking them. I think that's perfection. Thanos Ray, I've only read the first 2 issues for Space Ghost, but I like it so far. Skew, that was them, Dave, the customizable Hulk Thanos dudes. Okay, got it, Skew, thank you. We'll go back and take a look at that pic. Anton, that looks like a giant troll. Pretty cool. I wonder how many boxes he comes in. Hopefully only one on this guy. He's a Mezco style figure. Okay, let's get out of here. And let's go back to those figures Skew was talking about. Big Bad Workshop Project Atlas is what this is called. These are totally customizable. And now I think I saw the gray one earlier, the light gray one earlier, Skew. But now I'm seeing what you're calling the one Thanos. Like that even has the Thanos style head going on. This is really cool. These are going to be great for customizers. And if you have just extra accessories lying around from any of your other lines, you can slap those on here if you're not into painting your figures so much. These are sweet. Okay, we're going to keep going. I'm going to find what it was I was talking about. Oh, you know what? I forgot to show this too. Toys, 112 scale royal card table and chair set. I do like when I come across this kind of stuff because it's just more stuff to add to your dio. Ooh, look, you get a free drink as well. I don't think that's true. I think you just get the chair and the table. And I don't have anything from Toys, so I can't tell you if this is something that would fit more with Marvel Legends or more with Black Series, because Black Series seems to be a little more true 112. But I did see that earlier. Oh man, you know what? Oh, HLJ has Han and Chewie, or did. Obi Nobi. Hang on, guys. Apparently, oh, never mind. We're good. I didn't have the plug plugged in all the way, and I got the low battery notification on the laptop. Dang it. I'm looking, and I probably deleted the email, but I also, It's always bad news when you get onto Gmail and YouTube at the same time you're doing StreamYard. I don't know what it is, but that doesn't work so well. Hey, Star, look at this. Both being on Amazon as well. Now, that was a couple days ago. I think that was Friday. But if anybody's looking for David and Lucy from Jada, there you go. They're on Amazon. I probably should post that kind of stuff once in a while, especially since I love Jada stuff so much. All right, well, what I was looking for, and I know that it was announced a few days back, so it might take a while to find, you know what, though, was that Player 2 Fei Long. But let's look at this guy, too, because I've seen this come across the news feed quite a bit, and I'd be lying if I said I didn't like the look of this thing. This is almost just hyper realism, more Meditoys goodness. I'm liking it a lot. Who else is into this dude? Star, I have to keep reminding myself that the more figs I pre-order, the less money I'll have for the must-haves. Gotta be careful. DLXTFs and multiple Jadas are not cheap. Gotta count every penny. You know what I've been doing, Star? And this maybe will help you, but maybe, let's see, with your lines, it might not. But because I've been getting a little more into Transformers, I will take cash out of the check every couple weeks or whatever money I'm making. I'll take some cash out and just stow it away in my wallet so that if I come across something, say in a Target or a Best Buy or a Walmart that I need, I'll just get it with cash or something that I expect will be there. Like I expect most of the Transformers and the G.I. Joe stuff that I'm after will be in Target. So I'm not going to pre-order those. But I don't think you're doing any lines that you're going to guarantee or be guaranteed to find anywhere. So that might not work so well for you. Ray, Mesco serial killer looks disturbing. Yeah, Mesco will do that. Nathaniel, Captain Planet was a Voltron ripoff that recycled stuff. I knew it was. You know what I didn't like? I think even as a kid, I didn't like being preached to in my cartoons. And Captain Planet always felt like we're going to talk about the environment. So I just never even gave it a chance. It might have been awesome, but I was like, no, I'm good. I'm good. Like when I figure this stuff out, I'll do my part to take care of whatever. I don't want to hear about it on TV. Like when I'm trying to watch a cartoon, you know? Skew, Biggins are plundering nudity and say, hold my beer. Oh, good Lord. Wonder how much those Biggins have to drink. Ray, that chair looks awesome. I know. The chair and the table look sweet. I'm a big fan. I love finding stuff like that for our Dio setups, you know? Miss Cogsmith, table and chair set? Stuff for my Bartholomew Vex. There you go. And where did I see? It's all over the place right now, Miss Cogsmith. You might be able, I can't imagine BBTS wouldn't have it, but I just don't know where all to look. But I would, you know how it is, just look on all your sites and see what you can find. But yeah, I love finding stuff like that. I went with too many M's. How about I just do this? Toys makes good stuff. Skew can paint thriller posing dude onto Pit or Lobo. Oh, I didn't think of Pit. Pit's just a crazy body though. Lobo, word. Into. Yeah. I got you after it took me a minute, but I got there. Miss Cogsmith, what I'm looking for is a good 112 violin for my figures. Ooh, anybody know of any 112 violins? I can't recall anything off the top of my head, which would be what recalling means. But yeah, anybody. Nathaniel, that chair would be great to use with MCU Doctor Strange. Ooh, that's a good call too. Awesome. MMM stuff always for Dios. Yep. See, I have a group of Marvel heroes. Let's see, all sit around that table playing cards, or a group of dogs. I always love, as stupid as it was, I always loved the paintings of dogs playing poker. That would be amazing. Or maybe even Matrix, the chair Morpheus sat in. Ah, man, now there's all these ideas. We might need to look at this a little more closely. Star, hey, if Storm has Street Fighter and Jada does as well, Storm also has Gotcha Man. Can Jada do Gotcha Man as well? Oh, this is too good. Anyone have a good sedative they could pass around? I think people have been drinking their sedatives most of the day today, Star. I mean, that always works to knock me out a little bit. Nathaniel Anton, 100%. Mesco Catman? Oh man. Is that what that was? Or no, oh no, this guy. The Many Toys Catman. Yeah, this thing's amazing. And I would think that would fit in with a lot of, I guess, I don't know. I'm talking way above my pay grade here, but would something like this work with World of Warcraft or Dungeons and Dragons at all? Anton, did I just see one of the Micronauts there? I don't know. Let me go back real quick, Anton. Let's see what I can find. We'll hide this guy. You can see Jack Black. No Micronauts here. Or was that? What is this thing? Is that I don't know what that is. Spider-Man. Oh, nope, must be this guy. We got more wrestling. I don't think so. I don't see any Micronauts. See, what have we here? Nope, that's all Motu. I don't think so. That doesn't mean that we didn't. I just don't see anything that gives me the old Micronauts vibe. We'll go a little further down and see if he's stuck. McFarlane Toys Berserker. This dude, check this out. He comes with a couple things and even extra hands. Yeah. I wonder what McFarlane's going to do. I am curious about their TMNT line. Oh, I got you, Miss Cogsmith. No worries. That funny frog accessory is pretty cool looking figure. Medi doing awesome stuff. Yeah, man, it's crazy the stuff they put out. Is that the Medi Lion? Fure is doing one too. Looks great too. I think it was it a lion? Was it a tiger? Hang on, let me jump back to it. Let's see. Well, it's got kind of the orange. I think it's a tiger. Let me see if we get a better shot here. It's kind of tough to tell, but I think we're looking more at a tiger. I don't see like a massive mane or anything like that going on. And there are kind of tiger stripes in the head here. I think we're looking at a tiger. See, yeah, they both look really good. Micronauts, please don't tease me. Oh, they're there, man. I mean, they're doing, who is it? Super 7 is doing some Micronauts reaction, as far as I know. Don Cheadle, Funny or Die, Captain Planet is classic, as is Funny or Die, Mike Tyson, Wayne Brady, and Bobby Brown, Every Little Step video. Oh, I don't think I saw that. And all those guys are hilarious. I'll have to check this out. All those guys. Wayne Brady and Don Cheadle are pretty, like, Cheadle in interviews is pretty good stuff. And in the movies, he's pretty good stuff too. Kyrus, I've seen violins and other stuff in Michael's art store. Ooh, that might not be a bad idea. Like a Hobby Lobby or Michael's or something like that. John, ooh, yep, you try Etsy yet? Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying I tried it, but that's also another good call. Sci-Fi George, Doctor Doom, summoning Beyithirr as Doctor Strange is bound by mystic chains. Parker, get photo pronto. Get photos pronto. I can see the scene now. Skew, Miss Cogsmith, I've seen a good violin on AliExpress or eBay, not sure which one. Ooh. John, not yet, but I don't know why that didn't come to mind first. Hey, it would have slipped mine too. No worries. John, might have been Etsy. I've seen a real wooden 1/12 one somewhere. Whoa, really? That's kind of cool, actually. Bunch of good prices. Nice. Was hoping for Mezco doing Akira in their 1/12 line be, or would hoping for Mezco doing Akira in their 1/12 line be reaching too far. Does Mezco traditionally, do they do any kind of anime characters? Because maybe it's reaching too far, maybe not. Maybe Mezco itself wants to get a further reach too. Has anyone seen the extended 4-minute State Farm commercial featuring comic accurate Batman and his rogues gallery? The Joker was perfection. I've seen, oh, excuse me, guys. I've seen pictures of it, but I have not seen the commercial. But yeah, the Joker looks pretty awesome in the pictures I've seen. Try Michael's Facts. I can't remember where I saw it, but one of those should be it. It is kind of amazing, all these places we can check, especially for stuff like that that you never would have thought would be made a few years ago. Star, I'd buy Canada and his bike in an instant. Star, amen. The line starts here. I don't know why I said it that way. Just past it. It was that fellow with the red helmet. Red helmet. How did I? Okay, how did I miss this? There's no way I missed this. Let's go back. Let's give this one more shot and I'll slow it down a little. No red helmets there. This is a Ghost Spider-Man PlayStation thingy. Batman, Flash, David, Lucy, Fantastic Four, Doc Ock, Legends, Black Series, SHF, Star Wars, Gene, that thing, I'm Batman. I don't think, is this what you're talking about, Anton? Because I think what we're looking at, these are Motu things, and I don't think they'd have the license to do that. I'll stay here. Let me know in the chat. Bear, oh my. Lions and tigers and bears, oh my. Yep. Tiger 100. Davey meant good Micronauts. The reaction line is overpriced trash. I mean, I wasn't going to say it. See, Cold Slither album drops too. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Or drops tomorrow. I didn't know that. Sweet. Grazie, sir. Miss Smith, what I love about the Fu-Ray line is it does an awesome job of taking furry back to its roots of fantasy. It's just, all I see, I don't even know. I just look at it and I'm like, ooh, cool tiger. Skew, Joe Stream and drops tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern. Ooh, thanks for a reminder. I didn't know that Joe Stream. Ooh, oh, I didn't know there was a Joe Stream. I'm going to definitely watch that. John, he mistook the Horde dude for Acro Year. Okay, got it. Okay. All right, you guys have solved the puzzle. All right. We'll see if we see anything else. What do we have right now? It is 8:48. Let's run this through to 9 and then we'll be done. You know what? We need to stop here because we've got what looks to be more Mafex Justice League style figures. You know I loves me my Mafex. I am not the biggest fan of what Zack Snyder did with the DC EU, but I can't deny that Mafex knows how to make the figures awesome. But I feel bad for Medicom in a way because you know they have to do these because of some contract. Wow, I'm putting the emphasis on the wrong syllable all night here, guys. But you know it's because of some contractual obligation that they have to keep making these because I can't imagine that they sell a ton of them. Like you are going to get the Venn diagram reach of the action figures / Zack Snyder Justice League fans. So you'll get that. But I don't think it goes further than that. Like maybe the Batman fans. I don't know. I mean, I think they're amazing quality. Mafex always does amazing work. At least the figures I have. There's only a couple I'm not crazy happy with. And I've got like 30 of them at this point, I think. So they do pretty amazing work. And these don't look like they're any exception. I just wonder why. I just feel bad for Medicom that they have to do these because you know they have to do them. Yes, that's them. I think that's the fellow in the red helmet. I'm not sure if he's a Micronaut, though. Those were all Motu figures, Anton. John came in and said something about that being a Horde character. Ah, Acroyar, sniff, sigh, Acroyar. Man, see, this is me not knowing the Micronauts. Skews, hallucinations, hallucinations. Man, okay, I'm going to slow it down. Hallucinations of the great stuff equals micronauts. N-O-T-S. I like it, Skew. That was good stuff. If Mofex does Batman characters as seen in the Arkham Asylum video game, I'll officially be on the Mofex bandwagon. That would be sweet. Like if they did just the Batman, I would have to jump in on that. I'm not a video game guy. Red helmet, buddy. You'll do. Let's go. Love it. Better articulation. You'll work, buddy. You're good enough. Anton, the best part of that Flash movie was Michael Keaton. I still haven't seen it because I've heard such bad things, but I've also heard exactly what you said that, yeah, but you should watch it because Michael Keaton. Star Skew, I'm not crying, you're crying. I mean, I like Micronauts, N-O-T-S. I like it. All right, let's get out of these guys here. See if I see anything. You know what? Let's get out of here entirely. Clearly, I have some notifications I need to check at some point. Is it, what's the con that, is it WonderCon? Let's see here. That they're doing. Oh, yeah, here we go. Here we go. This, ladies and gentlemen, is something, and I know we've talked about him in the past, but I am very much looking forward to this guy. Obviously, we've got Guile here too. Hopefully, they've got a few more pictures of Fei Long. I mean, we know Guile's rad. Everybody tells me that he's basically the man. Look at that. Oh, I need it now. And those are chains. Like, we're not looking at plastic chucks here. This is amazing. Anton, you can read the Micronauts in a trade paperback. It's available for Marvel. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. If you need to get your Micronauts fix, game on. Let's see what else we've got here. I have to say, I love black pants for Fei Long, but I think the purple pants do the figure more justice. Maybe it's because it's easier to see the folds and all that stuff. Or maybe it just adds some color to him that's otherwise kind of not there. I mean, especially when you look at him compared to Guile. Look at that. Oh, man. And that's not even the good stuff. This is the good stuff. Look at what we're getting with this guy. Fei Long is a great, great Street Fighter figure. And the fact that we're getting all this extra stuff that we'll also be able to use with that Fei Long, I'm a fan. I needs it. I needs much of it. And I want them to do, so there's been what? There's been the San Diego Comic-Con Evil Ryu, and then there's been the Player 2 Gray Ryu. But it feels like they haven't done with that Ryu or with Ryu, like the Player 1 version, what they've done for Fei Long and Chun-Li. So it feels like they need to do that same thing with Ryu, which is good because they can use that body again. But we need a new regular head for the Ryu in the white gi. We need some new hands for him. We need more stuff. And that's of course what we as all these collectors do is look at that awesome Fei Long. He's going to be incredible. Can't wait to get him. What's next? Right? But yeah, we need another Ryu, which is insane considering we've had 3 of them already. Anton, do you know who the writer is? I've never seen it. Ah, the Micronauts right there. Yep, indeed, Skew. Thanks for the check. Good night, Anton. Thanks for coming in and hanging out. Nathaniel, would people buy an effects pack from Jada? I would buy an effects pack. I would buy a hand pack. I would buy a weapons pack. I would absolutely. In fact, so one of the figures I ordered, or the figure I ordered from Mythic Legions, there's a hand pack available for it as well. And at first I'm looking at it going, well, there's not lots of hands here, but because there's a hands pack available, I'm not even going to hold it against them. I think that's amazing. So yeah, I would totally buy hands packs. I wish Hasbro would do a hands or effects pack as well. Like all the effects they've made, throw all those in a box set. I think people would buy them, but I don't know that it would be a mass market thing. That would be more a Hasbro Pulse thing because it would be people like us who really want a cool display or want to do photos. It wouldn't be for the other G.I. Joe collectors who buy them and put them in cool poses on the shelf and just leave them there, you know? So maybe it wouldn't be the hot seller that I'm thinking it would be. Okay. We're going through to the other side, Star. I certainly would. I bet that many others would too. Yeah, I'd go crazy for all of it. And I feel like with Jada not having tons of exposure out there right now, that whatever margins they're working with, whatever their MOQs are, it's got to be working for them. And the same people buying this stuff, like we're the people buying this stuff, like collectors are buying the Street Fighter 2 stuff. So I think they could go and do any of that. Whereas while collectors are buying G.I. Joe, like these are very clearly supposed to be in fighting stances and fighting poses, recreating scenes from a video game. G.I. Joe is not specifically that way. So I don't know. I don't know where we're talking there, but I think the same people buying this Fei Long and buying the Ryus and the Chun Lis and the Kens and the M Bisons, I think a lot of people would be up for all of it. But again, I don't have the numbers to back that up. They're talking heads. Beat up, continue, Pat. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. June has brought that up in the past. Well, I don't know if he brought it up, but he has mentioned it. Answered a question, perhaps, with it. I want the Street Fighter beaten up head pack. Aww. You know, they need a car that gets beaten up. Effects would be cool, Jada. Yep. I totally agree. I go like Jada at this point could make an effects pack that has effects for all their lines and I'd buy it. But that's because I'm sick in the head and I'm building the Jada army. So I really can't say that anybody else would do the same kind of thing, you know? All right, guys, we are about at 9 o'clock. So I just wanted to thank everybody for stopping in and hanging out on this St. Patrick's Day night. It's been a blast. You know that I genuinely appreciate all of you coming in simply because truly you could have done anything with yourselves tonight. You chose to hang out with all of us on the live stream tonight. That is just rad. So until next time, have fun. Happy snapping. See ya.